Alright, Game Changers, welcome back to another video here today. I am happy to announce I finally got my hands on Black Ops 6, finally got to actually play the game. And I mean, just for a day, I do want to say that I identify as a New Zealander because I was able to use the New Zealand trick and be able to play the game basically a day earlier, especially for those who live, not in New Zealand. I live in the United States. And for me, the game doesn't release till 24 hours later or tomorrow. But because of that trick, I was able to change my Xbox location to New Zealand and also my Activision ID to New Zealand as well. And voila, it worked. What I first tried was just the Xbox to New Zealand and it didn't work. So keep in mind, you have to change both the console's location and your Activision ID, both to New Zealand if you want to play it today. All right, but let's talk about what I thought and what my first impressions were when jumping into this game. Let's start with the most obvious thing that hit me as soon as I jumped into Black Ops 6. That familiar, nostalgic Black Ops vibe is back, and I've always been a fan of the earlier Black Ops titles, and it just feels like Treyarch has gone back to what made those games so great. I mean, from the moment you load into the game, you can feel it in the maps, the gunplay, and even the atmosphere. And it's almost like a love letter to honestly all the Treyarch fans out there who've been around since the early days of the series, and it feels like we haven't missed a beat. I mean, the game doesn't shy away from its roots. You have that gritty Cold War-esque theme, the darker tone, and the chaotic, also calculated action are all there, but it's also more than just a rehash of those old ideas. I feel like they've refined the core elements of what made Black Ops stand out. And it's like they took everything we loved about some of the original games, modernized it in a way that feels fresh, but also familiar at the same time, if that makes sense. Now, one of the things with Call of Duty games that I will say is that it has to have good gunplay. And if the shooting mechanics don't feel right, then nothing else matters, right? But with Black Ops 6, I'm happy to say that the gunplay feels better than ever. And to me, it's smooth, responsive, and pretty satisfying. I think everybody's experience is going to be a little different, but as far as what I've played, I feel like it really did have that smooth factor to it. The recoil patterns were balanced, and the sound design makes every shot feel impactful. And I feel like if you put on headphone boost, especially if you got a headset on, I think that's probably the best setting you could put on because you could really feel and hear the enemy footsteps. And also one of the things that stand out to me is how each gun has its own personality, and it really feels like you don't have one gun outshining the other so much that I've noticed. But I will say that the C9 so far feels the best. But you could be running an SMG, an assault rifle, or even a sniper. I've tried basically all of them. Each of these weapons feels unique and serves a purpose. And honestly, there's this level of precision and weight behind the weapons that keeps me coming back for more. And it just keeps me addicted so far. And I've been playing for hours now. And it really does feel like it's addicting in that sense that it has that fun factor. And let's not also forget about the variety, because I would say the game also offers a wide range of weapons that cater to different playstyles, and it's also been a blast experimenting with different loadouts. And I think that's one thing that we could do in Black Ops 6 is play with different weapons. It's not always going to be the exact same weapon that we're going to be playing over and over and over again because it's the meta. But I will say so far, like I said and mentioned before, the C9 so far, that SMG, has been outshining some of the others. But let's see further as the game progresses what gun is going to outshine the other. I know this is initially just the beginning stages of Black Ops 6. It just came out, but it will be interesting to see what guns come out on top, especially as you unlock more attachments. And I'm sure there will be other weapons out there that we haven't even discovered as of yet or unlocked as of yet that are going to be really hard hitting. Plus, the time to kill in this game to me feels just right. It's not too fast where you're constantly getting melted before you can react, but it's also not too slow either. It strikes kind of that good balance that makes gunfights feel tense and rewarding without you being frustrated. One of the biggest improvements in Black Ops 6 to me has to be the map design. I mean, I don't know about you, but I was tired of the overly complex maps we've seen in some of the recent Call of Duty titles. And you know, the ones I'm talking about, right? The too many corners, way too many lanes, a lot of random clutter that just made engagements feel very chaotic, but in a bad way. But to me, Black Ops 6 has brought back that style of map design that made the older games so much fun. I mean, the maps are designed to promote engagement, not avoid it. And they're still intricate and detailed, but there's a flow to them that kind of makes sense. I mean, whether you're playing domination, hardpoint, or team deathmatch, the maps all allow for strategic play without it feeling overly complicated and cluttered. I hate that. And it's that classic 3-lane design, you know, that Treyarch does so well, with just enough verticality and open spaces to keep those things interesting. And what I'm really enjoying is how each of these maps has its own personality. I feel like each of the maps has their own characteristics, if that makes sense. And some of these maps are close quarters chaos, while others have long range engagements that offer kind of like a more strategic play. But the balance between the two is absolutely perfect. And you know, if you're a player who likes to rush in with an SMG, I'm raising my hand here because I'm one of those players, or hold down a line of sight with a sniper or maybe a assault rifle or something like that. I think each of these maps will cater to those different types of playstyles and loadouts. Another aspect of Black Ops 6 that I've been loving is the score streak system. Now, I haven't unlocked everything, so I can't speak on all the score streaks, but Treyarch so far has really hit the nail on the head with this one. I mean, they're actually fun, especially the Archangel missile. That is a lot of fun, man. I enjoy getting kills with that thing. I also think that they found that sweet spot between rewarding skilled players and not making it impossible for everyone else to feel like they're contributing, because I felt like in Modern Warfare 3, if you were skilled players, you were able to get score streaks. I mean, if you're not that great, as I wasn't that great in Modern Warfare 3, I didn't get very many kill streaks or score streaks. It also feels like these streaks are not too powerful or too weak, and they're well balanced. And Black Ops 6 has a system that feels just balanced and fun. And it's just satisfying to work towards your streaks without them feeling unreachable. But at the same time, they're also not that easy to get, that they're constantly dominating the match. And the best part, they've made it so that even support players, those who focus more on objective kills, can earn streaks through playing the objective. And that's huge for team-based modes like domination and hardpoint, especially where the focus should be on the objectives and not just getting kills. And we all know people love to just hoard kills alone. It's a good way for objective players to get rewarded as well. I'm also really excited to be able to play zombies and campaign, but unfortunately I won't be able to do that because tomorrow I'm actually flying out for a week out of the country, and this is actually the only time that I'll be able to play Black Ops in a little while, and that's why I switched to the New Zealand account or location, so that way I've been able to do so, because unfortunately, like I said before, I won't get a chance to play any of that, and I'm glad I was able to do this trick and it worked for me, and I was able to play for a few hours. So it satisfied that taste. But just in closing, I mean, Black Ops 6 really has brought back that magic of Call of Duty just for a few hours of game time. I mean, the return to that Black Ops feel combined with that smooth gunplay, great maps, and also a balanced score streak system has made this one of the most enjoyable Call of Duty experiences so far that I've had in a long time since the beta. And I was really looking forward to this game, and it hasn't disappointed. And we've also not even scratched the surface yet, because there's more to come with future updates, DLC, and content drops. And honestly, this is what I can say about this game. If you're on the fence about it, I'd say just give it a shot. Whether you're someone who's been playing Call of Duty for a long time, someone who's just getting into the series, there's a lot to love about this game. And for those of you who've already been playing, let me know in the comments what you've been enjoying most about it. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you guys hit that like button. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the bell to be notified every single time I upload a video. With that being said, this is GCP signing off.